Where do we start? Brentford 3, Liverpool 1. I'll say that again. Liverpool 1, Brentford 3. And to be honest, it could have been fucking 5. They had 2 goals disallowed on marginal offsides. They were offside, but like, we're a fucking shambles. This season has been pretty poor. We've lost one more. I think we've lost 24 points this season, one more than we lost the season before when we were heading for the quadruple. But the reality is that all the other teams are better. Arsenal are better, Newcastle are better, Chelsea are shitter, Man United have pulled it a little bit better together, and Man City are still there, you know. Look, it's very hard to do review videos after losses. No one likes doing them, and I'm no different. But I can take a loss. Anyone can take a loss. First of all, before we start into it, I'd like to congratulate Brentford and their supporters. It was a home game for them at the community stadium. Atmosphere was bouncing. They fully deserved the win. They wanted it more than we did. They played better than we did. And I'm sure they're not going to get the credit, because I know everyone online will be jumping on how shit Liverpool are. But I will say I was very impressed with Brentford, and I've been pretty impressed with them all season. I think they've taken a few good sides down. But look, I don't give a fuck about other people's teams and other clubs and winding up other sets of fans. I've no interest in that. I'm only interested in our club and our team and the despicable fucking defending that we do on corners. Like, so much, when things are good, right, everything is great. With so much is made about the throw-in coaches we have, and, you know, how many corners we score from and all the rest of it. But realistically, that's all well and good. But we have a non-fucking existent midfield, and have had a non-existent midfield for quite a while now. Thiago's a beautiful player, very technical, great on the ball, you know, but Fabinho and Henderson need to be a lot better than they have been this season to complement that. Elliott is not the answer as a centre midfielder. You can't just convert players into positions at their age and expect instantaneous results. We obviously signed Cody Gakpo, which was great, right? And we all rejoiced over United not getting him. But, you know, he's not going to fix the problems we've got in defence and in midfield. Look, I'm very, very disappointed. I thought we were really, really shit. And that's not to take anything away from Brentford. As I said at the start, they're a really good team with a really good coach. They were at home, under the lights, and they were fucking up for it. And they turned us over, and deservedly so, and could have had more. We pulled it back to 2-1 after 50 minutes. And to be honest, it would have been a fucking travesty if we went on to get anything from that game. Like, we got away with one against Leicester, as I said in my previous video, and you know, you don't get away with too much in the Premier League. You might get a team on an off day, but that's not Liverpool on an off day. That's Liverpool just not fucking showing up. Konate, you know, he started the ball rolling, starting with an own goal. And then it just goes from bad to worse. Elliott makes a mistake for the second, then it was Konate's fault for the third, and then there was 2 other fucking goals that were disallowed. Like, all corners, like, nobody, like, zonal marking bullshit. Like, Van Dijk and Konate are big boys, and they just got fucking hammered. Alisson tried his best, but we're fucking miles off. Fabinho's like half the player he was last season and the season before. I think he's burnt out. I think Henderson is burnt out. I love Jordan Henderson as our captain. in 2019 and 2020, but he hasn't looked great in the last 2 years. We still persevere with the Keita and Ox disasters, and they're fucking hopeless when they play, and the majority of the time they're injured. I know Ox has been alright, but like 5-10 minute cameos is just not good enough. And I know a lot of rival fans are jumping up and down. I saw a few Chelsea fans like, shut the fuck up. These are lower than we are. So, like, fuck Chelsea, honestly. Everyone's playing again tonight, I think, or tomorrow. And, you know, they'll all just pull away and leaving us a lot to do. Do I see any incomings in January other than the Gapco signing? No. All of a sudden I'm seeing articles that we've overperformed with this squad and we've overachieved. Like, fuck off. We're in the Premier League. We're Liverpool. We've 600 fucking million fans worldwide. We're the most successful club in England, and we're being run on a fucking budget that Fulham will be embarrassed with. So if you don't, we had chances to strengthen, and we never strengthened properly when we were on top, and now we're fucking paying the price. We're paying the price for Klopp being too loyal to players. Pep Linders is a fucking fraud. The medical team are a fucking joke. We can't seem to keep anyone fit. And, you know, they completely fucked our season by rushing Diaz back, and he's out till March. And we have to go out and buy a Cody Gapco when we needed a fucking midfielder. And possibly 2 midfielders. Yeah, look, when we're good, we're good. When we're bad, we're fucking awful. But, as I said, I'm not taking anything away from Brentford. Congratulations to them. They really deserved it, and it should be more about how well they played rather than how shit we are. Where do we go from here? I've no fucking idea. This month I can see being a bad month, and next month when the Champions League kicks back into life, fucking hell. And the cups and all that. I hope we go out of the FA Cup quickly, because we need to focus on trying to grab top 4, or we're fucked. And we'll be playing the Europa League next year. I think it's time for FSG, for all the good things they've done. I think it's time for them to sell up as quick as possible. We need better investment in this team, and we need a new coach. We need new coaches, because I don't know how we would play anymore. Anyway, I'll do the player ratings. I'm not happy. It's a bullshit performance, and deservedly we didn't get nothing from the game. Our player ratings on our WhatsApp and YouTube channel. Okay, so it was Brentford 3, Liverpool 1. This is the Liverpool player ratings. So we'll start off with Ali in goal. Ali's getting a 6. 6 being the average. Need an average performance. Trent 5. Great going forward, but he was at fault for letting his man go on one of the goals. Kanate 4. Horrendous. Van Dijk 5. Just as fucking horrendous. Tsimikas 4. He was fucking goddamn awful as well. The whole back line were a shambles, if I'm being truthful. No determination to win the ball. We just got bullied. They just slapped us around, and we deserved everything we got. Midfield, Fabi 6. Elliott 4. Thiago 5. Elliott's not the answer in midfield for a fucking certainty. He's had more shit games in midfield than he's had good games. Fabinho is just not a 7 and 8 anymore out of 10, and Thiago this was one of his better games. Salah 5. Darren Núñez, for all the bullshit I hear about in the media, I'm still giving him a 7. I thought he was really good, except for not being able to score. And Oxlade-Chamberlain I'm going to give a 7 to, because he got the goal and he looked alright, and he was probably the man of the match for Liverpool. But that's a disgrace to say man of the match the way we played. So Klopp I'm giving a 5 to. It was just, it's just horseshit, Jurgen. The whole fucking lot of it's just horseshit. You know, Konate's had a really good season other than this game, so, and he's obviously suffering from the World Cup hangover. So I'm not going to dig him out. I'm not digging out one player or a player. Collectively, we're shit. We've got no intensity. We've got no guile. No pressing. You know, look, I can deal with defeats, right? It's part of the game. I've watched Liverpool lose a lot of fucking years, man. But it's the manner of how you get beaten is what it's all about as a football fan. As long as there's maximum effort, you know, that's all you expect. But you can't say we gave maximum effort. It's not like we were unlucky. And we deserved everything we got, which was fuck all. And as I said in the review, it could have been worse. And probably should have been worse. Does this remind me of the 7-2 against Aston Villa last year? No. We were poor there as well, but this was really poor. And look, Cody Gakpo's not going to fix this. There's too many fucking problems and too many positions for one player to make that much of a difference. Especially a forward fucking player, we've got strength and depth in the forward line. But our midfield is non-existent most of the season. And if you look, football is a very easy game, made complicated by idiots. If you own the midfield, you 90% are going to win the game. And Brentford just ran all over us. Without Ivan Toney, mind you, their best striker, an informed striker at that. They didn't need him. We just fucking pulled down our pants and let them penetrate as often and as many times as they liked. There's going to be questions on Klopp and his loyalty to his coaching team, to his medical team, and most importantly to Pep Linders, who I think is a fucking fraud. And I'm calling it out now. He's a fucking fraud. We lost the brain and got an ego. Since that fucking stupid book has come out, we've been nothing but fucking horrendous, which makes the book look even more ridiculous. Don't be writing books. You do all that shit later on when you're finished. Not while you're still at the club. That's for something to do in 5-10 years time when your time has passed and you move on, or when you just leave the club or whatever. But just things like that. It was like We Are Liverpool video. Remember when Brendan Rodgers came in? We had a fucking horrendous season and it just looked poor. And people just laugh at you. The Prime videos of Spurs was horrendous. Arsenal was horrendous. It's just never a good idea to do these publicly things, because it just gives ammunition to everyone else to shit all over you when it doesn't go properly. So where do we go from here? I don't know. Are we buying anyone in January? No. And if we do, it won't be what we want or what we need. Look, January's going to be the month. If we don't close the gap and start finding some form, we might as well write the season off here and now. As I said in my review, I hope that we go out with the FA Cup. I think we need to focus on this fucking league and try and get into this top four somehow. I don't know how we're going to do that. I don't know if that's even possible with the amount of teams that have improved since last season, but we've got to give it a try. I'm very disappointed. I think all Liverpool fans are very disappointed. We can accept defeat, but for a team not to try, like, fuck me dead. And talk is cheap. I'm sick of listening to the sound bites that the players are giving. It's not good enough, we need to do better, blah blah blah. Yeah, you do. You don't need to be watching YouTube videos to hear all this. But you need to perform. You need to go out and play like your fucking life depends on it, for the huge bags of money that you get every week that ultimately the fans fucking put in the club to pay us. The players let themselves down. Klopp has let himself down, and I think it's time for serious changes in the club over the next 6 to 10 months. I'm hoping for new owners personally. I think FSG have taken us as far as they can. I'm not shitting on them. I think they've done a really good job. But like, they bought the club for 300 million. They're going to get nearly 3 billion for it. So they've been well fucking compensated for the efforts. And let's be honest, it's not fucking hard. When you have money, doing the right thing is very fucking simple. Alright, I'm gone. That's my 2 cents worth. Hopefully we can look forward. That's all you can do as a fan, and just hope to fuck that it doesn't get any worse. And who knows, we might get a midfielder or two. I doubt it, but you always live in hope. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it. It would help grow the channel. And I'll see you for the next one.